And on this video, we're gonna be taking a look at the DMX47S receiver, which features the ability to add Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to your vehicle, as well as Bluetooth, radio, FM, and is also XM ready. And I'm gonna show you what you get inside of this box, as well as walk you through the features of it. As always, I'd like to remind you that I place a link in the description down below to this system in case you wanna get one for yourself. And this unit features a 7-inch touchscreen. It also features a very low profile in terms of depth, coming in at less than 3.5 inches. Moving to the rear, we have a Sirius XM input, parking switch input, steering remote control input, and also a reverse trigger line. We also get subwoofer out, a USB-A connector, which includes a dust cover. And finally, we get an antenna input, AV in input, microphone input, pre-outs for front and rear, and also a backup camera input and a video out output. But now let's take a look at the accessories that we get with this unit. Microphone, connection harnesses, a steering control input wire, optional front bezel, and extraction tools and mounting hardware. Moving over to the features of the unit, we have the volume control on the left hand side. We also have a quick access button to the menu, and we also have a home button. Additionally, the menu button down, if I hold that for a little bit, it turns off the screen. Tapping that button brings up the screen again. Also in the home screen, we have the day and time, and we have the information about the current media that is playing, and we have a quick shortcut to our phone in case we have connected this via Bluetooth. And if you get the optional backup camera, it does support parking assist. So I'm gonna put the car on reverse. And as you can see, we are shown the rear of the vehicle, including reverse guidelines. And if I pull the car out of reverse, it returns us back to the main view. We also have quick shortcuts to Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, or mirroring your phone via the USB cable. Next is the source selection, where we can switch from the radio to the Sirius XM input to the Bluetooth, USB media if you want to play files from a USB stick or videos, audio video in, and to put the unit into standby mode. But let's play back some files from the USB stick. There is currently some music on here and some video files. And the sound of this unit is actually really good, especially if you customize it with the equalizer. But it's gonna be depending on how good your speakers are, how well the audio from this unit you're gonna be able to get. Also notice that we have shortcuts in the bottom. This one again allows us to select our source. The next shortcut is this dim button that lowers the screen brightness 2 levels, and then if we tap it a third time, it brings us back to the original brightness level. We also have access to the equalizer, where we can select from different presets, or we can adjust those manually if desired. And finally, we have a shortcut again to the phone. But also notice that while we can change the tracks using these icons, we also have a slider button where we can just tap directly the sound that we want to listen to. And we also have this quick search icon that allows us to see the contents of the USB stick that we might have loaded, including any potential videos. And we'll try one out, just see how this plays. How do you like JPL so far?
It's alright.
It's alright? Hanging in there?
A lot of walking.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting for a person who doesn't like space stuff. It's fun to see stuff, I guess.
Moving over to the radio features, we get FM and we get AM. You'll also notice that we have presets available on this side right here, and we actually get quite a bit of them. We get a total of 24 presets that we can choose from, and you can have them in the shorter form, or you can expand this to see the actual radio station and what preset it belongs to. We get a similar slider on the left hand side that allows us to enable traffic information and access the setup menu. We can also have the stereo auto program the radio presets, and we can also search for a radio station by program type. And to change radio stations, I can use this icon to move forward or backwards, and there are 3 ways of setting this up. Auto allows us to search for the next available radio station. Auto 2 allows us to cycle from the different presets that we have set on this unit, and finally we can have it tuned manually. Moving over to Android Auto, I have connected my phone with the cable. It does not support wireless Android Auto. However, you'll notice that the interface is quite smooth and we have access to all the Android Auto apps that we are used to, including navigation and also our media controls. And if you are using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, now this button in the bottom that says voice is functional. If I tap that, I can tell Android Auto or I can tell Siri what I want it to do. Moving over to the settings of this unit, we have the main system settings, we have display settings in case we wanted to tweak that, we have another shortcut to the rear view camera, and we also have another shortcut to source selection. And finally, we have speaker adjustment, and here's where you can really customize this unit. You have the ability to adjust each individual speaker for things like the size of it, the type of vehicle that you're driving, and also the locations of those speakers. We can also access the equalizer I showed you previously via this menu, but we can also change the position right here to where you want the music to be focused at. Next up is fader and balance adjustment, and here you can adjust that position as needed by pushing on these little arrows or just tapping in that area that you want the adjustment to be at. We also get volume offset that allows us to increase or decrease the volume of any of the sources, and we also have a sound effect option that allows us to increase the bass in 3 different levels with the bass boost, and also loudness, low, high, or off. But let's take a quick look at the system settings where you can customize this unit further, including the ability to change the background. They have already included a couple of several built-in backgrounds, but you have the ability to load 2 custom backgrounds in case you wanted to change that from the default ones. And in the camera settings, we can turn on or off the parking guidelines, and we can also adjust those guidelines, and we have full customization. We can increase or decrease any of the positions that you see that plus sign at, which is going to be convenient in case you wanted to tweak that either up or down or left to right. And finally, let's see how long it takes for this unit to start. What I also want to show you that the rear camera can be accessed a little bit faster than waiting for the whole interface to turn on. I have turned on the vehicle, I'm going to put the car on reverse, and the backup camera comes up right away. So the backup camera comes up a lot faster than the actual full interface. And if you opt for the optional camera, I have already made a video showing how I run the cables to the back of the vehicle, as well as how I make the connection to the reversing tail light to enable the auto switching when I put the car in reverse and we get that backup view with the reverse guidelines. If you guys want to see that video, I'll put a link to it in the description down below, as well as a link to this product and the backup camera in case you want to get one for yourself. And if you have any other questions regarding this, please put that in the comments down below. If you found any part of this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button to support the channel, and stay tuned as I have a lot more cool car product reviews coming up for you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.